Hi, my name is Sam, and I will be teaching you how to submit a short-term rental application or submit a renewal for an active short-term rental application using our online software. First, go to bozeman.net and navigate to the Departments tab and go to Planning. Once the planning page is loaded up, scroll down and you'll see short-term rentals. Click on this tile. Once you reach this web page, be sure to read through all the steps and make sure you read all the regulations found in Ordinance 2149, also outlined in these tabs here. Once you understand the rules and regulations and are ready to submit your rental, click on this tile here that says STR Permit Portal. If you're submitting a brand new permit application, please click Create Account. If you are renewing a license, type your email into the account login section. Please be sure to use the email that is associated with your account. Once you click Login, it will give you a code. This code will be found in your email inbox. I will now pause and find the code, and you can do the same. Alright, so I located the code in my email inbox and I've typed it in here. Please be sure to note that this is a one-time code and you'll get a new code every time you log in to this portal. If you have trouble finding the code, please be sure to check your spam folders or any other subsequent folders. You can also click Resend Code and it will send you another one. Once you have put this code, it will take you to the following screen. If you are renewing, your permit will be listed here on the right-hand side, and it may be listed here in the actions required if it's time to renew. In this case, I'm applying for a new permit. However, if you are renewing, the process will look nearly identical. After clicking Apply on New Permit, please be sure to read the requirements outlined in this page. Then click Continue. Next, you're going to identify your property. I suggest clicking I want to type in my property address versus I know my property number. This seems to give users a better interface to use. I'll be using the City Planning Office's address in this example. Once you type in your address in the menu, select it from the drop-down and continue forward. Please include any unit numbers if applicable. Next, click on the rental structure. Main structure is referring to a single-family home. Everything else is face value. In this case, I'll be using main structure. Click Continue. Next, you will indicate if you are the owner or the tenant. Please note, if you are submitting a new short-term rental, it is only allowed to be operated if you are the primary resident of the home or apartment. This means you must reside in this residence at least 70% of the year. This is the same if you are also a tenant. I will indicate that I'm the owner in this case. Please be sure to input any property manager information or any emergency contact information if that differs from yourself. Please be sure if you use a property manager, they can only do the business side of your operations. You must be the permit holder in all cases. Then we'll click Continue. Next, fill out the following fields. The maximum occupancy of your house is 2 people per bedroom plus 2 additional persons. In this case, if I am operating a rental that has 3 bedrooms, 3 times 2 is 6, plus an additional 2 persons is 8. So 8 people is the maximum occupancy for my property. Next, you will input your State Department of Revenue account ID. Alright, I've pulled up an example for the sales and use tax permit. Your account ID will be listed here. This is a real example, so that is why this image has been redacted. Please input this account ID into this field. I will just be using a random number to get past this screen because this is required. Next, put in your public accommodations license number. Please note that this is only for renewed applications. This license is obtained by the Gallatin County Health Department, and they will only inspect your property if a fire inspection has taken place. With new applications, fire inspections happen at the end of the process, so you must get your public accommodations license after the fire department reviews your home. If you are renewing, you should already have a public accommodations number. If you forget what this looks like, this is the license, and the license number can be found here. Please note again that this is redacted because of personal information. Again, I will be typing in a random number so I can get past this field. Next, indicate that this is your primary residence. If this is not your primary residence, you will not be able to rent a short-term rental. Next, type in your property type. These are outlined here, as well as the materials reviewed earlier, as outlined in Ordinance 2139. Next, indicate where you intend to list your property. Please include a URL for your listing. In this case, there is no real listing, so I will not be inputting this information. Next, it will ask you to upload all of your documents necessary for review. The first one being the primary resident acknowledgement form. This link can be found here, and you can download this document and sign it. You type your name in here, date it, and then you can sign below either using e-signature or print it out and sign on in hand. Now I will upload these files. Next, it is asking for a sketch plan of the property. This is asking for you to show the property and where on site the amount of parking stalls are. This is the information we are looking for. This does not need to be professionally drawn. It can just be a screenshot from Google Maps, Google Earth, or it can be hand drawn as long as it's clear. I will upload the sketch plan now. Next, it's asking for the floor plan. This, again, does not need to be professionally drawn. It can be hand drawn as long as it's clear. What we need to see is all of the bedrooms on the site. Please be sure to label each room, even if it is not a bedroom. This includes living, kitchen, bathrooms, and subsequent areas of the house. Now it is asked for a Gallatin County Public Accommodations License. Again, if this is a renewal, you will have this form, and please upload it accordingly. If this is not a renewal, aka a brand new license, you will not have this form yet. If that is the case, please upload your primary resident acknowledgement form again. City staff will be aware of this. Next, you will download this self-certification form from the fire department. Please be sure to fill out the information accurately, and then you can scan it and upload it. This here is for any supplemental documents if you are specifically asked to provide by city staff. In this case, I will not be uploading any supplemental documents. Next, you will review the information you've input, certify, type in your legal name, and continue. Then, you can either use ACH direct debit or a credit card for a fee and input your payment. Once this payment goes through, please save the receipt for any documentation needs. Once this is paid, you are completed. Unless you are specifically asked by city staff for extra materials, you do not need to worry about your application, and your application will be in process. We've been seeing a very long application time of about 6 to 8 weeks. So please be patient and reach out to city staff if you have any questions. Thank you for your time and good luck submitting your short-term rental application. If you have any questions, please reach out to str@bozeman.net.